Hello, my name is Sarah Baker, and today I'm going to be informing you about Down syndrome. So, what is Down syndrome? Down syndrome is a disability caused by an extra chromosome and could be whole or partial. There is normally 23 chromosomes in the human body, but someone with Down syndrome has one extra. So, right here up at the top in this slide, March 21st was World Down Syndrome Day. This picture was taken in 2020. Obviously, we are in 2022 now, but still, March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day. And here in this picture over here, somebody who has Down syndrome usually has small ears, small eyes, and really a big tongue, most of all. So that's how you could really tell someone who has Down syndrome. So here it is just a picture showing that there are 47 chromosomes, and here in the 21 there is an extra chromosome, and in this picture it is a whole chromosome, not partial, just a whole chromosome. What causes Down syndrome? So there is no scientific research that causes Down syndrome while pregnancy or even before pregnancy. So if you drink a cup of coffee, that doesn't cause Down syndrome. There's just no research behind of what really causes it. It's not that you go out and just catch a cold and you are going to have a baby with Down syndrome. No, there's no scientific research at all for it. So there are 3 types of Down syndrome. There's trisomy 21, which is the most common, and that's the one my brother has, mosaic Down syndrome, and translocation Down syndrome. So up here you can see that I have a little graph showing that 95% have trisomy 21, about 4 to 5% have translocation, and a little tiny bit, 1% has mosaic Down syndrome. So how do we communicate with someone with Down syndrome? So just like talking to anyone else who does not have Down syndrome, we would also speak to them the same with someone with Down syndrome. While talking to someone with Down syndrome, you may notice them not look at you because most people with Down syndrome do have autism. It is just a thing that most kids with Down syndrome have, is just autism. Autism is a totally different thing, but mostly people with Down syndrome have autism. And people with Down syndrome are on different levels of the spectrum, could be high or low. This is just more pertaining to how autistic they are. High meaning they're high functioning, and low meaning they're low functioning. And my brother, he is high functioning, so he can do many things that we can do. It just takes him a little bit longer to understand. So some ways to communicate with people with Down syndrome is to speak slower. An example would be if you're telling them to do something, give them directions one at a time, and after they do one step, go ahead and move to the next step. So if you're telling someone with Down syndrome to say, okay, clean the dishes, do the laundry, and then clean the bathroom, you wouldn't say it all in 3 steps like that. You would say, can you clean the dishes? After they get done cleaning the dishes, you would say, okay, can you do the laundry? After they get done with that step, you'll say, okay, clean the bathroom. And that's how you speak to somebody with Down syndrome, and giving them steps and so on. So that is a wrap up of my presentation on Down syndrome. I just thought I'd add a little picture at the end of my brother who has trisomy 21.